there's no discipline, where there's no sanction, where there are no rules, and when it's state of anarchy. And so there's a legal particular formulation order that prescribes what and what is in charge. But we know that we don't follow suit. And we know that even if we do it, we don't have political limit. How many of them have we called out for the discipline of the sanction? How many of us have practices things that appear to be under what are being charged? But we know we follow suit. Without following discipline, without sanction, how many of them one have we called out is one that just people dogs or people saying, but more fundamental is the fact that part of our pain that we cannot go it alone. There are too many law firms in Nigeria. You may see because I work in an established commercial law firm. But what people don't know is that I once worked in law firm on the mainland. But the fact is this: when you put resources, nothing says that I must have my own office myself. 3 or 4 of my friends can come together to merge our practices together, bring all our clients together, serve them in record time, and be able to charge more. So you find in that slide there some information on what you get when you merge. And so here we said there was a historic merger where the law firm took about 4,000 and they're putting $3.5 million in revenue. But there are so many small law firms in Nigeria today, and the fact remains that we cannot continue to serve our clients efficiently and effectively well. It's these many law firms. And I'm not speaking from a position where I'm talking about my colleagues. No, I'm only advising us to try to pull resources together. And by the way, the Council of Education is not helping us because every year churn out not less than 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 every year. Those same leaders are going to compete with us because some of them start at not very from the next year. So let's ask ourselves, where lies the future of this profession? If 4,000 players are brought over every year, where lies the future? It can only be also considered merging. Next level. I know that I have received for interest advertisements. You can't deny that. But the same accuracy also recognizes that there is some sort of subtle advertisement. And so my question to all of us: how many of us have gotten our law firms ranked in directories? How many of us? If you get your law firm to be ranked, because whether you like it or not, there are some clients out there who are looking to go in with a law firm that probably has the ISP, or who is everywhere on Google. I've got some clients come to me and say to me, "Oh, I found you online. Are you online? Do you have online presence? How do you want to cope with those who have online presence?" Government cannot do everything for us. We on our own must be a little bit for ourselves. But the biggest of all of this is investment in professional personal growth. The difference between Mr. A, Mr. B, It's the way Mr. P does his work, the time he does his work, how he presents his work, and the circles he's able to find himself to make money. When I go to my children's school, I always let them know that I'm aware. Because you never can tell the day someone will have a problem and remember, please, it's a let me refer that letter to solve my problem for me. And by the way, as you know, legal services like elephants. There is need for everybody. The question is, where are you positioned? And so what ranking does for you, what investment does for you, that is able to put you out there, where everybody can see you and know you, and know that when there's a problem, the first person that they will call. Investment in business opportunity. I thought when I was coming here today, I'll find that this MULAN meeting is sponsored by enough 2 or 3 senior advocates, 2 or 3 lawyers who just want to, in their own little way, contribute to the practice, the profession. I don't see why I not begin to invest in MULAN. And I use the opportunity to call of us to try to sponsor MULAN activities. It's not only when we have the big events that we then do back up and move out to the sponsors there. But meetings, activities, and the rest of them. What it does for you is that we get a lot of mileage and visibility. The clients out there is able to say, oh, so this man is there, so this person is there. Let me go and meet this person for my work. And I keep on repeating the fact that we cannot sit down on one spot and expect this to change. For the Yorubas amongst us, there's a popular saying, and let us complete it. I think that's a question saying. But it doesn't work in law. Because if you do it the same way, it will never, you cannot, because you think differently to arrive at a different results. And I repeat it again. In law practice, we must do things differently for us to arrive at different results. If you do things the same way, they cannot move. You must endeavor to move and gauge your movement on a month-by-month basis. And in order to gauge your movement, it's by your bank, the credit to your bank, by the number of clients you have. How many of us are able to take ourselves end of every month or end of every year? That when I back out my rent, when I back out my salaries, when I back out my operating expenses, this is my profit to my girlfriend. How many of us are able to do this? And you don't have to be big girlfriend to be able to achieve that. So again, there's nothing again that we take from today's session. It's for us to be able to strategically using these things I mentioned before, rating, and I'm going to that with investments in personal and professional growth. Using all of those things to make our businesses more attractive, because we are competing with a lot of layers of those people who are in computational development. By the way, I think that exams now. Some are just in Portugal, they may have lost their lives. Some are doing exams now. And before you know it, you'll come in and they want to share this and want to see them. So the sponsorship of MBA activities, the sponsorship of yes, the sponsorship of CID on the NBA, whether at branch level or at the national level. There's investment in personal growth. And talking about investment, yes, we're Muslims, but I start to be corrected. Nothing suffer from joining the recreational club. You're not going there to go and drink. You're going there to do business development. I start to be, well, I don't start to be corrected. I've never in my life tasted alcohol, but I still find myself in social clubs, social events, where I'm not going there to be part of what they're doing. I don't even dance. I'm just going there to go and watch them and make acquaintances and build business relationships. Every day I ask myself, what have I met today? And what is the importance this person is playing in my life? Because I don't know when you need a lawyer. And don't forget what I said to you before. Don't say, oh, all I do is real estate, so I'm not going to put myself in a place where I can get litigation opportunity. I don't remember that when we were in law school, somebody was trained to be a real estate lawyer. We were trained to be a barrister and solicitor. It's a because of Nigeria. And so, investment in yourself, what then does is that it's able to put you out there such a way that you are better off, you are better placed than person is not really. Now, we'll go to the next slide. Internal competence. Now, so this slide just speaks to a few things that we can do that would stand us out from our colleagues in such a way that even the reception will not really affect us, because what happens is that you are getting more and more groups. If you get more and more groups, the reception will not affect you. The first one is professional competence. Some of us, if we left our university, not done any academic qualification. Some of us. So today, the NBA Lagos branch, as part of the exam, we're saying that if you're TS plus 4, sit for the exam fast track program, such that you can become a company secretary. I was the first year, I'm not a company secretary, but I don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So that when that brief comes, I won't say no. I will learn it such that I'll be able to perform or try ideas. But that's where professional competence comes in. Let's amass as much knowledge as possible. Because one thing that we sell, or two things that we sell, is time and knowledge. We sell time and we sell knowledge. And we should be able to put ourselves in a situation where anytime a client comes to you, you're able to offer, answers to that client's problem. The other point again that I need to make, the slide is gone on, but I'll just speak to it. It's on business development. What I would like to do is, we must dedicate certain aspects of income to business development. And what do I mean by business development? You are spending money where to gain mileage or gain visibility. It could be by way of sponsoring NBA, by way of sponsoring MULAN, by way of sponsoring Women Forum, it could be any legal bottle. It will be a non-legal bottle. So I said, everybody's competing with me in the legal circle. So let me go to sports. Let me try and sponsor who are playing sports. So that investment will be huge growth in the future. And so ask yourself, where is it that you can play that you'll be dominant? Will be only you. There will be nobody who is competing with you in that space. What I have seen that there's a lot of opportunity in legal space, but Are you in a place where the opportunity comes to you? Or let me say another way. Most of your briefs, are they by way of referral? In which case, somebody comes to you to say, oh, give this man a job, he's done it before, and he can do it again. Or are they by way of you seeing somebody on a one-on-one basis, and then say, okay, I've listened to you, they have good ideas. Let me give you this case, let me give this transaction to you. And depending on how you manage it, then decide whether or not to engage going forward. Those are the small questions to ask ourselves. And I always want to use myself as an example. So before, I would always say that, or better put, when I was in OAU, all I wanted to do was to be a company secretary. I didn't even know what it entailed to be a company secretary. What I knew was that I did not know maths. Yes, I wanted to be a company secretary. But by the grace of God, when I got my place of government assignment as a corper, I was exposed to litigation. So by way of disclosure, I never wanted to do litigation. I just knew that I wanted to be a company secretary and let it be. Until one day asked me, they said, F.R.A. Williams practiced law to defend. As a company secretary, at the end of the day, we retire as a appointment time. And so, why don't you think about this so that is much more sustainable? As soon as a corp, I was also trying to learn on litigation. But I went to another place. I was so myself didn't know because as a corp, I was getting to myself. Even as we talk, there was in the next someone. But the point I'm trying to make out of that is this. There was an opportunity that and I grabbed that opportunity. I really say I want to litigation. Yes, I was getting 25,000 naira. I'm proud to say I was getting 25,000. But it's not even a promotion. And so there are some of us who are in the ship. Despite how hard the economy is fighting, I like to encourage you to see it's not everyone. You can create a distinct path for yourself based on who you are and based on what you want to give to yourself. It's a bit decided along there's a set of good shelters and also share with us from other personal stories, which I I just generally speak about that slide over it. Yes. So I'm going to recite our base in 7 yards. That's prohibited by our practicing law, powers and engage, sense of right and 7. But several of our is the most of all the other it does not. And so again, let us see whether we can use our net science to get ourselves or to support our non-participated. So I know, for example, that some law firms set up companies. Yes, law firms set up companies that do business that law firms code. I'm giving in support law firm activity. The point of it is that it's about not doing it simply and expecting simple result. So law firms have set up companies, they invested in securities and not securities. They invested in properties, they invested in AI, they invested in responsible tools that can benefit everybody. One of social skills is it's capable of it. It's capable of it. So every business needs to know the pros and cons of doing business that comes. As a lawyer, you can sell products to clients where you tell them you are into the business of properties. So there are new cases of how Nigerian courts are resolved in terms of use of properties. Yes, they don't get it better. Nothing an injunction to restrain what I like to call the tenants. So if you restrain the landlord from building resorts, that injunction was granted to the tenants. Sound very lovely. Because in the interest, you don't tell the landlord for certain rights quite now. So a business-centric law, you pick up that case article, and then quickly do a report about it and send all the relevant articles. You never can tell the court and say, oh, this is come and tell me now. Right away, how many of us travel around places? Then you go and see the doctor. Before the doctor sees you, you pay. And you must pay. But when it's outside of you, you say, well, and we accept it. But they tell you, let me pay you when I win the case, and then you accept. But according to the medical line, don't do that. So, short products are what I like to call one products that expect the period of guarantees to sell variants. I talked about education products. So you walk up to the bank and you say to the bank, I need that in was give me your 10 years. Let me give you your total and advise whether your current players are adopted right strategy on that case. That was the product that imagine paying to amass 10 instructions. It's going to know to ask your bottom line. Because what will help us in a month is the number of profitable instructions that expand that and not 100,000 cases. And I'm not describing those sports as that, but the point I'm trying to get at. And I said it earlier before some of us do that sitting as every share, 90% of the electricity employers are controlled by clients who pay less than 500,000. Yes. Somebody said, oh, I paid the 500,000 and I paid this for me, and I don't pay this 3 months, 4 months, and you're supposed to be that. And you know that they are not communicated to the clients to say, oh, sorry, I'm unable to inform because the job that was started, they don't need it. When I tell my colleagues of satisfaction, telling your clients there's no dates or the date function, it in itself information. The client just wants to know that it's time. But when they don't get anything exam, they want to get it and say, oh, I'm discussing. Personally, I have to create because the matter of law assigned for movements. Now we know it's about assignments. Right? But the reason I sell for these things was well, we sell our services. Right? That was a good number of the international investors because of the different formats. So I would say our services. Before this category of clients who want to deviate activity of we are paying just And the whole essence of all of those comments was just to not just to say that the government cannot do it all for us. We have a duty to elevate our respective practices. We have a duty to package our practices in such a way that you'll be the best lawyer in Kenya, you'll be the best lawyer in Lagos Island, you'll be the best lawyer in Queen. If we were to conduct a survey today, say, name 20 of the biggest lawyers in Nigeria, even in Lagos, will our names be there, will our practices be there? Are you able to point to the last time a client came to you and said, I heard about you from a case you did, or from a newspaper I read that referred to you, or from an article I saw somewhere, or from what I was told by somebody? My dear colleagues, legal practice is gone beyond the conventional legal practice that was there 20, 30 years ago. Technology has come. I remember in those days when file an application for Skype hearing, and somebody will file a counterfeit and say that it's unknown to our students. Things have now moved. The evidence act itself has now moved to allow electronic addition. We now do this swearing. Our practices are equipped in such a way that we can benefit from all of these technical advantages. So, my dear colleagues, I do hope that with this report of mine, I'll be able to just help to show us that there is another path that we can take to making money from this legal practice. And I thank you for listening.
This is the bill. The bill. I will say there's now hiring to our facilitator, Brother the chairman of the NBA Lagos branch. I think those who didn't come early enough, close to an hour ago, I would say they are the ones that we have missed a lot, particularly how our facilitator has been able to navigate the topic of discussion. I'm sure also those who came towards the end see able to get the meat of it and get the benefit of the lecture. And for those of us that have listened with rapt attention, I'm sure you will have two things. There will be room for questions, comments, intervention in relation to the topic of discussion. But ladies and gentlemen, you heard our facilitator saying that what we say as lawyers is basically we set time and knowledge. Time and knowledge. So, and because we are lawyers, that's why even by calling us to learn to law, we know what it means. And we know how the profession is so much cherished. But like our facilitator said, there are so much in law practice. And maybe I will start by my little comments. One of the challenges that we face, which solve us a lot, is the competitive nature that we have in the practice. And the way clients have seen us disagreement for 200,000 naira. I have so 50,000 naira. And our colleague will see the value of what this transaction is about. And maybe because, like you said, the number of management turned out every year make us so populated that every lawyer can take anything. I thought it is necessary to speak to how this profession can be well regulated. For example, the surveyor. If you call any surveyor to come and survey land for you,
that you will have divergent amount of charges is rare. It's rare that if you call 123, you see that they will be telling you this amount because it is regulated in terms of okay, for this size of land, this is how much must be charged. If you don't charge that amount, maybe they know what operates in their profession. In our own profession, is it so much that we don't get the sense that there is a discipline in even underestimating the work of your colleagues?
So one of the things that I have said in the slide there was role of discipline and sanctions. It's a shame that even pure water sellers you can't buy a bag of water for less than 400 ingredients. You can't. Anybody that sells a bag of water to you for less than 400 can be reported to operate in that report of pure water sellers. I didn't know that. I found out about things happening around. Even organizers have an agreed amount of money that they charge. But us as buyers, we are our biggest problem. There is a remuneration order, but we are the ones who are not obeying the remuneration order. And we know ourselves, but how many of us has reported some other person who say that this man charges, this man is undercharging. So the problem is not overcharging, the problem is undercharging. But we know those people that are doing it. How many of them have reported to either the NBA at the national level or at the state level? Because indeed, the NBA is the only organization that can superintend enforcement. But that enforcement will be through all of us. And so my charge to all of us is for us to be more vigilant. Now, I'm aware that the NBA branches in Lagos, so I'll see the CJ tomorrow. All of these we'd like to discuss with the CJ is having a system where we can enforce the remuneration order, particularly as relates to the amounts at 10% for limits. And hopefully, with the help of the CJ, we'll to come to a position paper that all the branches in Lagos will follow suit. So the short answer is yes. As it's the problem with Nigeria enforcement, we have so many laws, but the problem really in this country is enforcement. Who will buy the cars? Who wants to be that person that petition another person for not bring the remuneration? But somebody needs to do it. But please, if you know anybody, and I'm sure that my brother anybody to agree with me, if you know anybody who is undercharging, you can do an anonymous petition. To take a look. Because it's easy for us to complain when it's time for us to come out and tell us or give us information. All of us will not come forward. So please, again, I reiterate, if we have information on anyone, because there's a remuneration order. If you have the information on anybody who is undercharging, please submit the person's name and you'll be surprised at what the NBA will do.
But we welcome questions, comments, interventions.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I first have to apologize for my loud absence. Actually, I came for a matter at Open. So I said I should come and explain. So the friend of mine, colleague, said this. Did that allows that you said okay. I have no, but I really appreciate this issue. And what I want to say, and talking bigger, what I want to say based on my own personal experience. When you lawyer, what you say, first and foremost, is personal development. I have a leader here, a senior, I have worked online. We got to a point to say, I want to start on my own. So based on personal experience, I would say that personal development first and foremost, not remuneration. By the time you are well equipped as a lawyer and you know that you know what to do, the confidence will be there for you to get anything. For instance, let's talk about the completion of company. You don't know how to go about it. You will be shut out. Let's talk about education. This is another area entirely. A lawyer who is not well equipped, intellectual wise, you know you have resource for it. Then in my own comments or an encouragement, there is a forum on WhatsApp, MULAN, my own experience is that at times some of us will have issues. We do this and we throw such questions on the forum. And it can be very, very wonderful. Some of us will bet you the answer within 10 minutes. So, to do ourselves. And then there it is, the element of no. Yes, at times, this will be coming to the office. To the extent that at times I will give some of my own for that. I don't want to do this place because somebody else. So, but in the people that comes your way, you should be intellectually equipped. So I'm going to this from finally in a way that you can handle it.
So that's our higher.
Thank you for that.
Please, what's the name?
Thank you
very much. Very well. Yeah. I just want to ask one is with the sense of brother. I mean, because of strong slow. But understand. Even families are hard going. I didn't say just almost because it's well, we will have knowledge. Because there is how you make them. Then regarding this reporting as it's not about charging, is putting comments. This is someone said the other thing was I don't know what happens. I used to go to see for the problem of that. And we should continue. So when we now came to it, it was enough of this where actually God makes having this was supposed to be things that happen. Persons who not serve, persons who not
take any process. You know the procession. This means that I will always see them. I think one of this more about some I feel all right.
That's how it sounds. It's not because of us, it's a moment. And something that I've observed for a very long time that is missing in the education, particularly in our Nigeria education or Nigeria education. So that's the thing that is affecting us in daily classes. For instance, we went to law school, we studied civil litigation, criminal litigation, and everything that concerns practice of the law. But something is missing, and it's not only affecting the lawyers, and that's the business sense. The business sense of the profession or the course that someone is studying. Because, like some of these things that have been said, there are lots of areas in legal practice that one can engage in and make a lot of money. But the sense is that we are not experiencing it. And that's why I want to recommend that the MULAN and MBA and every other stakeholders that involved to expose members to these areas. It's like the issue of a lot of profession and different areas. For instance, people that are not lawyers, they are making money in some of these areas than we are doing. Look at when if I pay, these people in the centers that are making most of the money and not lawyers. So and look at CAC as well. Some of them, you see a lot of people on WhatsApp for example that they are CAC agents. Some of them are fully attached. They only got the login of lawyers and that they are using and they are making lots of money from it. So there is necessity that we know and we learn the business sense of operation. There are lots of areas that we need exposure to. And like we used to say, law is everything. So we are not talking about everything yet. When you talk about the environment, about noise pollution and so on, so that's my area of intervention.
Yeah, that's the job I am. Doctor, please give my question. My name is stand up the assistant protocol. My name is Dr. Claudio. Please call me now. It's a big interest on this area. I will need to still emphasize picking it from what my learned just mentioned. You can never traverse the wide area of law. We are talking about the fact that CAC, non-lawyers are taking charge beyond the lawyers. What about the advocacy of non-lawyers who practice? Someone was able a few months ago. They are practicing law in Microsoft courts. So it's not only a soliciting area. But I will say this, it depends on the individual. It depends on the way you see it. How many areas of law you wish it will learn in the university? No, this also depends on the individual. Everybody should try as much as possible to do the needful. So let me now discuss. It's important. We are going to a new era of electricity market in Lagos State. I had the opportunity through one of our sisters here that gave me the opportunity to attend the CCI roundtable on electricity law in Lagos State. What happened in 2021 in the communication market is about to happen now in Lagos State. And if we are not prepared, we'll continue to complain as we did in other areas. Electricity market is still green. Those that are struggling in that area are still business people, investors. Big lawyers are not there and they don't care. For instance, look at when a lawyer is arguing
that electricity as an item in the Constitution falls within the executive legislative. They don't say it with all authority. They say it with all authority till now. They have forgotten that since 1963, electricity has been in the concurrent legislative list. Till now, some lawyers are saying it on the media that is within the exclusive legislative list. When the president signed Electricity Act of 2023, lawyers were saying that that act has brought electricity as an item to concurrent, which is wrong. So please, the market is going to be very, very large. Let us prepare ourselves in that sector. It's very, very important. There will be a lot of cases. The Honorable Commissioner for Energy said that yesterday, that we expect a lot of fight. And why that will be, we have people who have been licensed by the federal government, the NEC. For the conversation 74 thereabouts of the recent Lagos Electricity Law of 2024, they are going to license some these things. I now asked the commissioner yesterday that what is the rate of the pre-existing licenses? No, he was not saying that we shall go back to the so those people will fight. And I'm sure that the federal government has no role to play in the distribution network of the power chain. The federal government does not have the power to license these folks. So there will be a lot of functional problems by the time the market starts. So I'm employing my learning for this. Let us be prepared for the market that will boom, particularly for advocates. It's one of the things.
Yes,
Brother Ibrahim. Okay.
So I agree with all that is said. And that's why I said in the beginning, remember I said was that legal services is like an elephant and there are lots of opportunity. And the projection for this year 2025 is that mining will be key. So if you don't know anything about mining, this is time for you to go and look about mining. And like you said, sir, position yourself so that when it is ready, you'll be the person that they will go to. When the electricity power sector reform was done and the discourse where NEPA was unbundled then, some people came into that space. And those are the people today now are smiling to the bank, who are now power authorities. So the point really is this, that we must look beyond the conventional jobs that lawyers do, litigation, arbitration, land and tenants. Let's look beyond that and look for other frontiers. If that's what we take away from here, so be it. Let us open our minds and be strategic and deliberate and position ourselves so that when those new frontiers come, just like COVID, those are not prepared, when those new frontiers come, we will get up and ready to make money from that space. And I totally agree on the point, sir. And so power, mining, those are two key areas that we look out for in 2025.
Jazakallah khairan, inshallah. Do you have any question, clarification, comment?
And sorry, sir, the point you made, sir, about some of us have advocated that university education should be taught for 3 years and law school should be 1 year or even scrapped. Because the truth of the matter is that there are many things that were taught in school that are not relevant today. But nobody will teach you business sense. It is for you to go and learn it. It's that you learn it on the job or you are deliberately going to learn business side of law. And that will be my intervention. So there's even law school itself. She said law school itself is underfunded, severely underfunded. And so just leave them the way they are, or let us find ways in which we can improve ourselves and develop ourselves so that we can compete in this economic guidance.
Thank you very much. We'll say once again, Jazakallah khairan to our facilitator.
Thank you, thank you more. It's a knowledge impacting section. Before I call on our chairman of our knowledge sharing section, for our efforts, especially in the facilitator, and all of our brothers also with our prayer facilitator. I would like to announce that we have some gift souvenirs here to be distributed. And the criteria for that distribution also be announced thereafter. So once again, I thank you sincerely. We appreciate you. Before you go, I will also take a group photograph, but let's start when you will do a quadruple thank you first once again.
Also, like thank you so much for enjoying being on this one. But and I'm going to back and forth for the time and really talking and when you come out. Thank you so much for coming. Ask Allah to give you more knowledge, to give you more knowledge. That's what you have desires. And what's best for you? We pray that everything that we have said today is impactful on all of us. And we continue to ask for more knowledge from that one.
Thank you very much. Our pastor will still is not going to still with us, so we'll post the photograph to the end of the session. So we'll just quickly run through some of the things that we have left. This session will also give us an opportunity to have some of the things we are doing, which I will just quickly pass through, pass across by way of information. As some of us may have been aware, there are a number of things that we are working on. Presently, for those who are aware, MULAN Lagos is bringing on board a book. As we are aware, we launched, we inaugurated MULAN Journal Committee recently, I think it was this year, and that committee is being chaired by Professor Adeleke and co-chaired by Brother Larry Waju, popularly known as Miguel Brown. That committee is working tremendously, and what our initial idea was that some of these papers that we've gathered over the years from the knowledge sharing session will be collected and we'll begin to turn them out in series. But after constituting that committee, in their wisdom, they after thinking through the idea, they came up with, instead of a journal, that we should have a book series. And the book to be compiled will have a public presentation. There will be a public presentation of the book. It's going to be dedicated to distinguished members of the bar who have also distinguished themselves in the profession. And inshallah, for the first edition of this book, we already have an honoree who has clearly accepted to be the person to be dedicated with that first edition of that book. So presently, papers are being called for. In that committee, we have Larry Ikegura, we have the brother Rashid Ibrahim, we have brother Laston Makinde, we have Abdullah Lima, we have Justice Yabo Shuti, we have Mr. Only Adeku PSA, and the secretary of that committee is Sister Ajia, which will be a project. So the book it's going to be. I'm not the chairman of that committee, but because I'm a nominal member, I can attest to the quality of the material that they are calling for, and I can confirm that we've had people expressing interests, both within and outside the country. We have from a number of judges, even at the accolades, courts, judges of Lagos State, senior advocates of Nigeria. And because we are also MULAN, it's also going to be, it's going to be biased Islamically. I hope you understand the context, because it's that Islamic bias is going to be part of what we are going to have in the book, inshallah. So for those of us who are scholarly, who have something to that will feel that it's worthwhile, that we want to be part of that, because one of the things that the committee also set out to do is that book is not going to be a book that, because once a book is launched, just collect and go and keep. That book is also going to be distributed to not less than 40 universities in Nigeria. Already sponsoring all of this. So it's going to be a big event, inshallah, that MULAN is coming up with. So it's an information for those of us who have fled, and it's also an avenue for those of us, like we are told by our speaker, we don't have advice, but there are soft platforms, soft places where you can launch yourself, you can make yourself know that I'm an expert in this area. So if you have contributions for that exercise, please, we are informing you officially that exercise is ongoing and we can all, inshallah, came to it. One other thing that we're also planning that will be coming up soon, maybe by February, inshallah. So before I get to MULAN general conference, maybe I will allow Sister Fausia Abubakar to speak on preparation for MULAN annual general conference, which is coming up in May. Before then, inshallah, we are going to have Ramadan in March, and we have also been able to put up a committee for our proper MULAN Lagos 2025 Ramadan lecture. That committee also, we started working and we started preparing. MULAN Lagos Ramadan lecture 2025 the date is 9th of March, inshallah, and the venue is this place. The guest speaker, at least I can confirm that we can just put that. Of us who are part of the new year session who attest to what we are capable of doing in terms of how we can try our little bits to have a good session. Over the years, we've been collaborating with the South System and some wants to have a sit-out MULAN Ramadan. Inshallah, this year, we are organizing a full-fledged Ramadan lecture and iftar, inshallah. Ramadan lecture and iftar. So more information on that will come in by the next meeting, inshallah. First time is flash on the staff out here. You want to say something on annual general conference? In the coming days, inshallah, so we will need to also put up a small committee that will help us also do the mobilization. Please, over to you, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, before I proceed on that, I want to add my voice to thanking Lagos branch chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association and our great member. We really enjoyed your presentation, and the programs are now make it beneficial when it comes to yes, as we all know, the conference School Lawyer Association of Nigeria MULAN conference is past coming up. Is already scheduled for 15th and 18th of May. And the states is taking place in Ilorin. The chairman of the CPC is Alhaji Elijah, the senior advocate of Nigeria, who is based in Ilorin. The committee, we have been holding various meetings to ensure that we have glorious and successful conference. And inshallah now is really going to be, especially based on nights that are successful. Yes, we are points of fixing the amount payable by members, and maybe it's also an opportunity to cheer us up and to know that because of the present situation, which we are all very familiar with, so there's likely to be show up in the amount paid. So, but we are trying to be realistic and are forced to also adjust, and particularly the tradition where MULAN is known for. Usually, you know that nobody give good conference back, and of course, again, and of course, we also know that the presentation, paper presentation, all of that. We have agreed, and I think we have even been posting on the platform, various platforms. We already agreed on the theme of the lecture, and which we are all going to enjoy about artificial intelligence, the reality of our present time, and we should all be prepared for it. Inshallah, we are having this successful. So in the next, we are holding our meeting, next meeting tomorrow, inshallah. So by which time we are going to come up with the amount of which we want. Thank you very much.
That's a bit of information that we have on the upcoming annual general conference. We should be prepared. So I should mention that it's in Ilorin for those of us that so it's not so far away. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I recognize everybody. I think I saw one of our elder brother, you are most welcome. We recognize. And I also saw our director, Mr. Konin at the back. Thank you very much for coming. And our sister, that sister, that I'm seeing at the back. So I will, before one of the information I also want to mention, which also came out from the lecture. The chairman, our facilitator, spoke about how much we are also assisting the association, and that takes me to the issue of reminding us that as we are paying our practicing fee, we should also remember to assist MULAN by paying our dues. It helps us a lot. And one of the things I also mentioned, just like he has taught us, we should promote ourselves. This meeting is being sponsored by Achibola Kaka and Co. So we also may Allah continue to bless the family, continue to assist, and that's our really past chairman. So there's nothing stopping us. We always say this here. If you sponsor us, we announce it. If you don't want us to announce it, but Allah has a way of blessing us in return. So that's one of the things that we have about if you assist the work of another to be successful. Allah is saying to also make your work successful. There is no two ways to it. So for those who are still interested in sponsoring, I think last month, Brother Akiyemi sponsored the meeting. I don't know the name of the friend, but he's here with us. That's one of our brothers. It's not just calm, who collected. We don't know that he's doing so much, and he's doing so much for MULAN. Inshallah, we say Jazakumullah khairan. May Allah continue to reward all our brothers and sisters that have been assisting the work of MULAN. I want to know if we have new members who are just attending MULAN meeting for the first time. Do we have? to also identify with us. They appreciate the friend. That's 2025 and the mode of distribution. One is click on to one of our first timer. Do we have members who are between 1 and 5 here? Between 1 and 5 here post call. Do we have between 1 and 5? Kindly indicate if you are between 1 and 5 and give yourself 1 and 5. 1 and 5. Please approach brother Jelly and pick up a copy of the diary. And our new member, please also approach brother Jelly to pick up 1 and 5. 1 and 5 first. 1 and 5. Remember, we have a sister here. Remember. 1 and 5. 1 and 5. 1 and 5. We don't have any 1 and 5 anymore. 1 to 5, brother. 1 to 5, sorry. 1 to 5, I'm sorry. You understand? Between 1 and 5, that means you understand that between 1 to 5. So we were supposed to 1 to 5. We have between 6 to 10. Between 6 to 10. Between 6 to 10, please approach Rajeline. Can you please help us share between 6 to 10? Between 6 to 10. Between 6 to 10. Between 6 to 10. Are we done with 6 to 10? Between 6 to 10. Between 6 to 10. One house. So we are done with between 6 to 10. Brother, how many copies do you have left? Between 6 and 10. Okay. You have, I mean, 3. Okay. No, hold on. Can I have the attendance list? Let me see who came first. Attendance list, please. Let me look from the attendance, any member that came very early and has not connected. We for facilitator is entitled to one. Can I have one for facilitator? Yes. On behalf of MULAN, thank you very much.
Hey, who gave you? Who gave you?
We have a sister who also came with her facilitator. Can you please help us also pass on to her? So thank you for coming. We appreciate your presence. Thank you very much. And we have just how many left? One. Our cameraman, you are connected.
Yes.
I think you came very early. So I think Bara already has one. Bara has one. The remaining one will go to our assistants. Yes, we really want to go to our assistants. We have how many left? One in the country. No, the one that I can volunteer my own to make it two. Go to Sister Akweju. Sister Akweju. Give it to us. They can give it to Akweju to coordinate and decide who among our sisters will have it. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank everybody for coming. We appreciate you. Any
facilitator to be attending our meeting. To be attending our meeting, subsequent meeting.
Okay, we made that announcement earlier that for our information we. Every third Wednesdays of the month, inshallah. And we alternate, just like we have for January, the knowledge sharing session, the February session will be general meeting. And in March, inshallah, that's when we'll be having another session, which will now be the Ramadan. Instead of having the third Wednesday, but the date for 9th of March, we should all prepare for it, inshallah, and we pray that we all meet Ramadan in good health with all the resources inshallah. So we have a group, our facilitator, and Nigeria. Rise from far away, it's yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As of the most powerful, the gratitude of MULAN Etiosa, our chairman, I believe on behalf of MULAN Lagos, for coming to commiserate and attend 8-day prayers for our late MD chairman and a leader of the late Mr. Mututawa. So I only want to acknowledge the presence of the chairman of the Lagos State and the now president. May Allah continue to bless the soul of our brother for his sins and protect members of his family and protect all of us. Thank you.
Can just take that one to suspension to our suspension to our close to our
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Group photograph, please.